Evening all, evening from dark Evesham, and it's gone really, really cold tonight, so I've had to put my heating back on. Um, anyway, we've got a very special one tonight because we're with Paul again, who we streamed with at the weekend about Mini Marcos and things like that. Hi, Paul, you right?
All right.
Yeah, warm enough up there, or is it cold? Well, you're not far from me anyway. Is it cold up there as well?
It's always cold up here, isn't it, Dudley? It's too high.
So yeah, we're going to be speaking to Paul because Paul, well, you are a serial mini kit owner and purchaser, aren't you? And you've just bought something rather special, haven't you? That I hadn't heard of, and I've never seen one. So that's what this show tonight is all about. This special car, or very rare car that Paul's just acquired. So I'll let him talk you through it. So what is it, Paul?
Well, it's a Stratus 365. It was built by a couple of Lotus guys back in 74 to 81. And technically speaking, I have not broke my New Year's resolution because this car come free.
Yeah. So yeah, you haven't. Okay, I get it now because you haven't actually bought another kit car. You've just acquired one. You've just acquired one.
And the wife has gone really ill, and she's currently in bed suffering with NAPS, NAPS, as we like to call it, which is not another Project Syndrome.
So she probably didn't see it. Did you sneak it around the back door so she didn't see it?
I got a lock. I've hid it in a lockup.
So I've got a couple of slides I can show. I've got a quick video because as I say, I'd never heard of it, but this is a quick video to talk over it. I haven't got the sound from the guy who made it for you, but this is where you got the car from, isn't it?
Yep, that's where it come from. Original barn find. Yeah. It's an original barn find that was as well. That was actually found in that barn. The new owner. There's a Marcus.
Sat there in a field for
Well, I've known to it since 2012, and it's probably been there a lot longer. The Mini Marcus next to it was also given away as well.
Yeah,
he just wanted the barn cleared. Apparently, the guy who owned the farm, who he bought it off, apparently he had 15 rare mini base kit cars there, and this was the last two that was there, and he just wanted them out of the way. So what else was there? Yeah, never ever been built. Like I say, 1974 to 1981. Like I say, can you hear me?
Yeah. So the company didn't last long then, but...
Well, no, not really. But yeah, pretty bit of rare kit, that is.
Yeah, I think a bit of a sound drop out there, but I think it's because the video was playing and my Ethernet cable is not the fastest, let's put it that way. I think I'm only running about 64 or something like that. But yeah, so I've got some slides as well, so you can talk us through the history because there's some Lotus background or whatever to it, if you like.
Yeah, definitely Lotus connection.
Yeah.
Well, the pictures speak for themselves. That's the shell. Say that's a 50-year-old shell. That is really solid and really, really clean. I was really surprised myself. To be fair,
the gel coat looks in good nick as well.
It is, yeah, extremely good condition, and like everything is there. Every bit of steel work, framework for the windows, all the glass. The perspex sides and back screen are there. The front windscreens unfortunately got damaged, but it's still there, so I can make a pattern of it. So the screen won't really be. It's just a flat piece of glass, isn't it?
Yeah, because presumably the screen's non-standard. It's not off a production car. It's
no.
You're going to have made. Yeah.
Definitely not. Definitely not. But like I say, all mini running gear. I've got everything to put that together. To be fair with my garage, like I say, everything is absolutely. There's nothing, no special components you need or fabricating something to make it fit. Just
And
the mini subframes bolt straight into it.
And this is front wheel drive.
Front wheel drive, yeah. Believe it or not, you can fit an A series engine and front subframe underneath that nose cone, even at that rake.
Because when I looked at the nose cone, it's quite shallow, isn't it? It's not that high.
Yeah.
So,
no. It just about clears. If you look at the bonnet, there's a little bump in the bonnet, so it actually clears the radiator.
Right. Yeah.
They are tight, but they do clear.
But it will go in. Yeah.
Yeah. There's the rear door cards.
You've got the door cards as well.
Yeah.
And they've just all been sat outside, yeah?
Well, that was in a barn. They've been pulled out the barn for about a week, and that's where the leaves have come from.
Ah, okay. Because I thought when I looked at some of the pictures, I thought they looked like dead rats in them. We'll come on to those. So
that's the original grill as well. Like I say, every bit of steel work is with that car.
Wow.
Which is extremely, extremely rare for a car that age. That's go on.
How many do you reckon were actually made or built or issued from the factory?
They reckon there was 38 of them.
Yeah.
But it's like many car manufacturers of that time in the 70s, early 80s. They always exaggerated. Yeah, Barry Stimpson's supposed to have made 160 mini bugs. The highest mini bug I've got on record, and I've got a pretty much good list, as you've seen.
Yeah.
It's 59.
59, yeah. And he was often giving you the chassis numbers and you know how many he'd made, wasn't it? Yeah.
So I mean, a lot of it was exaggerated, I would say, for selling points.
Yeah, possibly.
But there's probably about, to what I know too, there's probably about 8 of these left.
And that's all. What, on the road or just in people's possession?
Just in people's possessions. A lot of them never ever got built like this one.
Yeah. It sounds like, it ordered a complete kit, got all the bits, but just never got around to building it.
Yeah. It sure does. And that's so easy to build as well. Yeah. Everything, like I say, you just take the mini body shell off and just bolt everything back up. Everything has got an hole where it should be, all the steel works there to take it. It was just a matter of unbolting it and bolting it back into that shell.
Into that, putting that new body over the top of it.
Yeah. Can't understand why they didn't. Well, a lot of people didn't finish it, or in this case, never even started. The back lights haven't even been cut out of this one.
Right.
There's no boot locks in it. There's no door locks been drilled. Nothing.
Yeah. So it's a pure. You can start from scratch. Yeah.
That's a shell straight out the factory and never been touched.
Yeah. I have to say, it looks in remarkably, as you said, remarkably good condition as well.
Yeah, it's been stored well, there has. That's been in that barn. I mean, like I say, we've known about this car since about 2012.
Yeah.
And obviously it's been stored all its life. Whether it's with the original purchaser where this was found, I don't know. But it's been stored well.
Yeah, and this is not the first one you've worked on. You have actually worked on another one, haven't you? I think you said.
Yeah. I've worked on another one. Yeah, I'm still doing my bits on it, which is good really, because normally the kit cars I tend to buy, like that wind, just a body, like the Tichy, there was nothing on it. And there was nothing to look at. But at least this one I've got something to cross-reference to.
Yeah, exactly.
If that makes sense.
Yeah, I've got. I think this is the one you were working on.
Yeah. I actually think they did rally one, and they made the bonnet's different. I don't know if you can see it, where the black grill is from left to right, the big black grill. I actually reckon this was that rally one.
Okay, yeah.
The one that rallied. And obviously it's not the registration that the rally one had.
Yeah.
But I think this was added later, this registration, to be fair.
Yeah.
It's the only one I've ever seen with that body modification. Well, there's this one and the rally one.
Right. Presumably just for extra cooling or whatever.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. And I see what you mean about the bonnet scoop there. It's quite raised to clear the engine.
And if you look beyond that, where the badge is in the middle, if you look beyond that, see that big round bulge?
Yeah.
That's to clear the carb. That was fitted to. It was fitted with a Nicky, twin choke Nicky.
Yeah.
And if you look at the rally version of this one, they had the same scoop and the same thing with the extra bit in the bonnet, like for cooling.
With the extra grill bit there. Yeah.
Yeah.
I must admit, I hadn't really heard of the name, and I hadn't really, I hadn't really heard of them. I thought I'm just looking at some of the. We've got some comments coming in actually.
There's some good Google. Google's good on coin to this car, isn't it?
Yeah. I think that's one of your mates taking the mickey about it. It's supposed to be kept quiet. Yeah, I can't think who that is.
That'll be that bloke from up north, won't he? who they threw out and sent him to Coventry.
Yeah, some northern monkey guy, I think.
Yeah.
You're getting quite
What's
a
that?
few.
The wheels are the same shape as the wheel wedges. It's gripping too, that is, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh.
Go on.
He's referring to your grip bin as well. It's the same colour as your grip bin, which is your titty.
Oh no, yeah. I don't know if you noticed, but I bought 2 gallon of yellow paint, really cheap, and obviously the mini bug's yellow, the titty's yellow, and now this is yellow.
Yeah.
So I've got my money's worth out the painting, really.
Absolutely. We've got another comment here about do the doors close? Well,
yes.
Because I think you said there was possibly a Lotus connection as well with the designers and so on.
Well, yeah, the Lotus connection is it's Brian Luff and Jay Frayling. They both work for Lotus, designing cars for Lotus.
Yeah.
If I remember right, Brian Luff. Don't quote me on this because I'll read too much and I can't take it all in. I'm sure Brian Luff did actually have something to do with the Sevens.
Yeah.
In the early stages, I don't know. Yeah. But I think I remember reading that somewhere.
Yeah.
But but they're both famous designers for Lotus, isn't they? When everybody's heard of Brian Luff and everybody's heard of Jay Frayling.
Yeah, exactly.
In the Lotus community, so look at that.
You can see the whole engine layout there. Yeah, as you say, you just bolt the whole subframe on.
Yeah.
Drop the engine on. Yeah.
With that one, I actually because it's my friend's and he wanted to have the bonnet on so he could hinge forwards, which they did do.
Yeah.
But they were bolted on at the front with an hinge, like a normal door hinge for your house. So you couldn't work on the front end of the car very easily because obviously you're stretching. So on a Mini, that all the points, condenser and everything else are directly in the front.
Exactly.
So I actually designed and modified some hinges so you could have it come forwards, and if you wanted to, remove a clip and slide it off.
Okay, yeah.
But that's what I'm going to do with mine as well, because I thought that was a brilliant idea. Because you physically can't mess with them with the bonnet up on the front end where you need to get.
Yeah, you won't be able to get to them. No.
So that's my plan with mine. They don't run 12. That's actually running 12-inch wheels. 12-inch wheels down clear.
12-inch on there, and they're just
No,
clear, yeah.
They're just down clear. See that grey little area under the front wheel arch?
Yeah.
That was added because the front wheel was catching it and rubbing the fiberglass away. So
Right,
you must run these on 10s, unless you modify the frame to bring it forward.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. As I say, when you're on full lock there, it's just gonna wedge itself up, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah.
Well, that's same with the markers. What Simon says, you run 2 bigger wheels on them, and that's it.
Yeah.
The shell's got to be modified, or the subframe's got to be modified for you to clear them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which is a bit of a pain in the bum. To be fair.
Exactly. And is that your workshop or your friend's workshop?
No, that's my friend's workshop. Believe it or not, in that workshop, there is a rare 5-door Nomad kit car, mini base kit car. There's a Jiffy camper.
Yeah.
Also, there's 2 Peel Vikings, which are mini based as well.
Yeah.
They're another rare beast.
Yeah, exactly. He's got rare cars as well. But as you say, this is what there's only about 8 of these left, and you've got one. So
yeah.
Very rare you're going to see another one. Yeah, or even have the chance to get one.
Well, yeah. I mean, that one there actually runs and everything. I haven't drove it yet, but I will do. There's still little bits of tweaking got to be done to it, and one thing and another. But that is a pretty much complete car.
Yeah, I was struck how flat the bottom is on it as well. It's just straight flat, isn't it?
Well, yeah. I mean, basically, that's a fiberglass mini floor pan. That is actually how a mini looks underneath. Classic mini looks underneath.
Yeah.
So they've actually put that on mini floor pans. Majority of cars like this, like the GTM and stuff like that, they actually run overrun steel mill mini floor pans, or grafted onto a mini, or like the GTM had its own steel box section and floor section, obviously. But this is actually a monocoque, and it's built as it is. All the reinforcements are built into the fiberglass. So all the
steels and everything ready to bolt into.
Yeah, well, the steel bits to it. I mean, basically the hinges and one thing and another. The steel packers for to spread the load of the rear subframes and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And the front subframes, but I'm just like assisters basically. But all the steel work is actually bonded in to the bodies.
Yeah.
Quite a strong car.
Yeah. I think your northern monkeys put a comment in there about should it go to Barbie Pink?
Yeah. Yes, if he owns it. It would suit him right down to the ground.
If it was pink. Oh dear.
He had 2 big announcements today on the mini kit stand.
I've seen
on the mini kits
site. Yeah. I've seen one about the EDC. I haven't seen the second one yet.
Well, the second one's about him coming out the closet, apparently. Get that down your ribs, Craig. Live.
Who's put this? I don't know who that's come from. He said it looks nice underneath, but shame you can't drive it upside down.
Wow.
That depends on your driving skills and how you drive it, surely.
Well, yeah. Just a view nobody ever sees of them in these kit cars. Every kit car I put on his ramp, and it's rare. I'll always do. For the mini kits page, I'll always do a shot and say, "Can anybody tell me what this is?"
Yeah. See, I'd never guess what that is from just the underside shot. There. It could be anything. It could be anything, really, couldn't it?
It could be.
Only the mini base kits.
Yeah. The photos don't do that good though. Justice really, because the wheels look like them on a skew it.
Yeah.
Front hand wheel. but that actually sits level. It's a nice car, that is.
Yeah.
It would make a good donor for mine, Tom, if you're listening. Oh, it's Simon. Simon Pike put that comment up. Yeah.
I can't. Yeah, I can only see the feeds coming in because some of them are coming through 7 spots, some are coming direct from another channel, and then some are coming through from a Facebook user who are live. So I can't see any names if you come through on a Facebook user.
Yeah.
But no, that's fine. That's absolutely fine. So
it's Simon. Yeah.
What are the plans with yours then? What's your next steps with it?
Well, I shall get it rolling. Possibly I probably will end up putting an engine in it. It depends whether I actually get a go in Tom's first. If I get a go in Tom's, I've drove one.
And you like it, yeah? Well, he will like it. Minis are brilliant.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
But once you've drove one, you've drove one, ain't you? It's just saying you've owned one, innit? I think with me.
Yeah.
I've owned quite a few, like different ones, and quite a few I got rid of, which I wish I hadn't done. But yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So how many? I mean, obviously your wife can't hear. How many kits have you now got then that are on the go? I mean, you've got several on the go, haven't you? There's some of you waiting for parts and.
Yeah. Well, altogether, I've probably got about 7 or 8.
Yeah.
Got a couple of mini, 2.5 mini bugs I've got.
Yeah.
2.5. Well, yeah, I've got about 7 or 8. I've got other cars as well, though. I've got a couple of tin minis, genuine minis. I've got a Mark 1 Golf GTI.
Yeah.
Son's got a minivan. I'm just about to do before I do that Stratus, to be fair with you. But like I say, that Stratus is down there, so I can just bolt that up at any time.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, the minivan's next.
Yeah.
And then the GTI. The main concentrations. I need a tow car.
The
GTI sounds good as a tow car.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, along with, like I say, others. And I keep adding as well. I promised myself I wouldn't buy any more. Well, technically speaking, I haven't, have I?
Well, you haven't. Yeah, I'll let you off on this one. You haven't bought this one, but you know you're an avid collector. But when you see something as rare as that, you just can't let it go. I mean, it could well have ended up as scrap if nobody wanted to take it.
Well, yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And that's that'd have been awful.
Well, that was the same with the Scorcher. The Scorcher came from a museum. Originally came from a museum, and the museum was closing, and it would have ended up on eBay.
Yeah.
And I think it would have only sold for parts because it had a really low mileage automatic, early mini automatic engine.
Yeah, somebody would have taken the engine out. Yeah, and
the rest would have gone.
The rest. Yeah.
So that's why I bought that and put it back to roughly how it was, and basically had a bit of fun on it. Yeah. Nearly killed myself on it, and then I sold it.
Because I was looking at the Scorcher, you could get about 3 people sat on it, couldn't you?
You could, you could. They were legal for 3. But the law was at the time. The law at the time with the Scorchers was, it was classed as a motorbike and sidecar. So
three-wheeler, yeah.
Yeah, the person on the front and the person behind him, by law, had to wear an helmet.
Okay,
but
the driver did.
The one behind, now the driver did. The driver and the passenger, and the passenger behind him had to wear an helmet. But the one on the back, the one on the back who would actually get thrown the first didn't.
Or fall off the back.
Yeah. Well, but that was officially classed as motorcycle and soil cars when they first come out.
That is mental, isn't it? Yeah, I can see. I can see what you mean now. The person on the back wouldn't need to. I mean, I would. If I was on the back of one of them, I would be wearing a helmet. Let's put it that way.
Well, I had Jack drive me around Stoneleigh on the back of it, and I didn't have an helmet.
Yeah,
I didn't have an helmet on, but I wished I'd had a nappy on. Scary things.
Yeah. We've got some more comments coming in as well. That's that one. That's from Barry.
Barry Tilby here, Rusty Acres. Hello, Barry. He's got more kit cars than God knows what. He's probably got about 30 mini-based kit cars here, Barry.
Really?
Yeah.
Drop us a note, Barry, and let us know how many you've got while we're still live.
I don't think he knows. He loses count. It's a bit of a P take. His company name, right. Rusty Acres.
Yeah.
90% of the cars on his site and plastic.
Yeah.
So why call it Rusty Acres?
I see Barry's just replied back he's lost count.
Told you. Barry's one of the admin on the Minikits page as well. He's a good lad.
Yeah.
He's a good lad, but don't tell him that.
You just have.
Oh, bugger. Barry, I didn't mean that.
I was going to say, I was going to say, I could have edited this out, but this has gone out live. So, just ignore that bit. That didn't. Yeah.
I didn't mean it. He's a good supplier of parts for us as well, Barry. Barry helps because he's really heavily into his minis. So obviously he got loads of mini parts and one thing and another. Bro, any of the mini kits asking for something, he'll find it and he'll help them out and sort them out if that makes sense. He's a really good lad. He's a really good lad.
Minis, there's so many produced, but are spare parts getting hard to find? Are one or two particular items you can't get, or?
Well, yeah, I'm going expensive. That's the problem. The parts are no longer. It's not like when you used to go to, I don't know, your local car shop and buy stuff. You can't do that no more. It's all specialists, and even though there were that many minis made, I'm getting far and few between now, aren't they? So obviously the prices have started to be pushed up on them and one thing and another.
Yeah, and this is why you say things like the Scorcher. People will just buy that just for the parts.
Well, yeah. I mean, Barry. It's like Barry. There is some people on the mini scene. I wouldn't say pick on him, but they actually. Well, you've got all these cars and you do nothing with them.
Yeah.
Which he does and he don't, if that makes sense. At the end of the day, the guy's working. He started his own business up and he's trying to make a living of repairing other people's minis.
Right.
So his cars do take a bit of a sideline, but he does get round to working on them, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
When he's slack, he'll work on them. And to be fair with you, he will get them done.
Yeah.
Regardless of what people say. And if he doesn't get them done, if I was to ask him, say, for example, let me think, he's got a mini Marcus down there. Now, if I was to ask him, say, Barry, can I have your mini Marcus for free? He'll pop up in this little bar at the bottom in a bit and say, course you can, Paul.
Yeah.
Because that's what he's like. Ain't you, Barry? Yeah. Come on, put it up.
I can see Barry's still putting comments in, so I can see he's still watching. We've got one from we got this from Johnny Evans as well about a McCoy.
Yeah. Barry used to have the bloke with him. Yeah, he did. They're currently at ABC. ABS Plastics.
Okay.
The new owner of him is. He's another one. He's got quite a few. He's really heavy into the body kit scene and custom panel scene for like tour cars and everything. They're quite a good company, to be fair. And Tony, who owns it, He's a really nice lad.
Yeah.
And he'll help you out. I'm like I say, he's probably got, I don't know, 30, 40 mini base cars up there.
Yeah.
With molds and one thing and another, and he will help you out. If you're ever stuck with any plastics for any, and he's got them, he'll always look after you, Tony will.
Yeah.
He's a good lad.
And this is the other thing I was going to say about some of the old molds as well. Often they just get scrapped because people don't know what they are.
Well, yeah. They do, yeah. But Tony's, I don't know where, Tony's got an obsession, I think, of buying old molds.
Yeah.
He's got the Stimson mini bug molds. He got the molds that guy just was on about. There was it. Oh bloody hell! Yeah, he's got them.
Yeah.
He's got the molds for. It's like a Porsche replica kit, which went on the Mini back in the 80s. That's quite nice as well. He's got loads of molds for all different mini base kit cars. He's got sprint shell molds, bloody. I think he's got a van mold as well, mini van mold. Yeah, he's literally got loads.
Yeah.
ABS, if you're listening, we're sponsoring you. Don't forget. he will actually probably watch this later. Tony will.
Checks in the post, mate. Yeah, checks in the post.
Yeah. Well, yeah, he's quite a few people who boxer molds. That's it. You got the mini boxer molds. You need to Google them. They look like a mini Porsche boxer. I've
not heard of that. I'll when we finish, I'll go and have a look at that. We'll do a piece on that as well.
Yeah, he's Tony has got absolutely loads up there.
Yeah,
loads and loads. I mean, Barry's same as the Clan Crusade here. Barry's just come back.
Yeah.
But yeah, was a mini base clan, wasn't he? He's got the molds to that as well.
I know of the Clan Crusader because it had quite a cult following, didn't it?
Yeah. Johnny Evans, hang on. Speaking to a 365 or to a chap who raced one in the 70s. Test mule. A lot of reinforcements around the face and the back. Did it have a plywood floor in it, Johnny? By any chance? Johnny Evans.
Let's see if he messages us back. Yeah.
Yeah.
To be fair, there's a lot of questions coming in, so I'm just bringing them up as they come in.
Yeah. And with the mini based, what was it now? McCoy, which was the clan, basically on your mini version of it.
Yeah, remember the McCoy.
When the molds were sold, I think the molds for the estate as well were sold with them because Barry had them. Barry Tilbury had them.
Yeah.
So they actually did an estate as well, which is a bit rare. I think I've only ever seen a picture of one of them as well. But yeah. Oops.
I think I've got these comments.
Yeah. I'm coming back, aren't I? It's diversion, yeah.
I have to say, there's a lot of questions coming in. Yeah. This one coming in as well. Another one.
Yeah. It's still reinforcing sections around the bulkhead and glass. Must look at Tom's.
Yeah.
I think that one I'll work on is somewhat special, obviously, because of the way the bonnet is and the way the floor is, and one thing and another. It's just so unusual, and I've never ever seen. I've seen about 3 of these cars now,
nice.
And I've not seen one with that floor configuration.
Yeah.
And the bonnet configuration. So I think it might be somewhat a little bit, might be a bit more history in that one.
Yeah.
And I will find out.
Yeah, just do just do a bit of digging. Yeah. So,
and the guy who, like I say, the guy who owns it is mini kit fanatical. He's had several things from bloody Mokes to bloody Scamps. What else? He had Royally Elves. He's just an oddball like us, basically.
Got a question got a question from Johnny there about what configuration is yours?
Mine's just a basic. Looks like a basic mini floor pan inside and out.
Yeah.
Underneath and from the top. Fiberglass. I would say it's got some. I would say it's got to have a bit of steel in it somewhere.
Yeah.
But it is just basically. It looks like looking at a standard mini floor pan.
But just in fiberglass, and then the steel's in it so you can bolt
the
frames up to it.
Yeah.
So you've got I mentioned in a couple of the other shows. You've got a couple of shows coming up with mini kits, haven't you? And I know obviously you're at Kit Fest as well, but you're at the NEC as well, aren't you?
Yeah, we're at the NEC in March, and Kit Fest. Obviously, we'll be doing the National Kit Car Show at Stanley as well. Well, not Stanley.
Malvern. Newark now,
Malvern.
Isn't it? Yeah.
The Malvern show I thought last year was absolutely brilliant.
I did as well. I mean, the weather.
I much preferred it. Yeah, the weather did help.
Yeah.
But the best thing I liked about it was you didn't have to walk a million miles to see everything.
That's exactly what we felt.
Everything was like just set out. If you couldn't see no cars in the background, there was no cars in the background, if that makes sense. You didn't have to walk around trying to find a stand. Yeah.
Because I was surprised as well, because it was a complete... I think Stoneleigh got too expensive.
It did,
I think it probably had its day, but I think it definitely got too expensive. I mean, certainly the food prices there were horrific.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, moving to Malvern, it was a bit of a gamble because it's a completely different catchment area. You don't know who you're going to get. Stoneleigh was always the big one, but yeah, we had it was Trevor Rolfe on his channel did a great interview with Peter Slater about the event.
Yeah.
He was saying, by the way, if anybody doesn't know about Grosvenor, Peter Slater runs Grosvenor, promotes several events. He is a true petrol head, and he says as long as he's still running Grosvenor, there will be a national kit car show. And he's also brought back Newark as well. There's now Newark.
Yeah.
And, so yeah, going great. But you're absolutely right. I mean the actual hall stand was obviously smaller than Stoneleigh, but it just presented way better. And all the manufacturers I spoke to that were there, they all said they had a brilliant weekend, lots of interest, and the club stands as well, absolutely packed.
Well, no, I keep to Peter may live forever.
Yes.
As for the show, but yeah, I thought it was absolutely brilliant. I mean, who knows? It was a new show, a new venue, basically. Well, an old show, but it's a new venue.
Yeah.
Now that how it works, perhaps they might, when more people, because obviously it was a new show, they can't get everybody in them all. So obviously some people might have thought, well, I ain't going outside.
Yeah.
So, I'm showing something, not showing something, but like selling something or trying to sell something. Perhaps I might put like marquees outside or something and get even more people into like the trade side of it and
that's
the inside show side of it.
Yeah, that's exactly what Peter said. He's going to have some big marquees up for next time. So I mean, the weather was brilliant, but I mean, as you know, Paul, with any kit car show, if there's rain, you're not going to get many people there. And we get
no.
We get that, but it still doesn't mean you can't turn up in your tin top. If you've got an open top car and it's chucking it down, turn up in your tin top, still support the kit car industry. And the other thing I found as well, any show, go and talk to the manufacturers because they know what developments they've done to the cars. They know what's coming up and what they've got planned going ahead. There's so many an hour fitted wheel sensors. So you've got your ABS, you've got launch control, depends which ECU you're running. So many of them are now developing that, and unless you actually go and speak to them, you wouldn't know about it. You just say, it's you know, it's I don't know, like GBS, for instance, they're running everything, and in the Duratec engines that they've got, they programmed the ECU to recognize that the engine's still cold, so it won't. The ECU will say you can't rev over a certain amount, and also like oil pressure as well. They know what. The ECU knows what oil pressure it should be at certain revs. And if it deviates anyway, it will just ease back a bit. Not quite a limp mode, but it will just ease it back a little bit. So you're not going to trash your engine. So all this stuff is out. All this stuff is out there, but you need to speak to the manufacturers.
I think they've had to go that way, and especially like when they make their own frames and stuff like that, they've had to go that way because of safety reasons. Isn't it? People are looking at these cars and thinking, "For me, it's a little bit of box section and a couple of arms and one thing and another, and that's it." I used to do it like in the 70s, but it's collapsible steering columns. Some have got airbags, isn't they?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
you know what I mean. To me, I'm getting more safer and more moderner. I mean, you see a lot of kit cars now, don't you, using complete downers of floor pans and just putting body kits to them and one thing and another. That's another good idea.
That's like it's like the Exocet as well. The MEV Exocet is full MX-5. Rip the body off, put a steel frame around it, and away you go. You know, once you bought your MX-5, that's all you need. You don't need any other parts. No. And I think a lot of, as you say, a lot are going down the single donor route as well, which makes it a little bit more affordable as well.
Well, yeah. And why not have something that you can just, well, it's like the mini base stuff I do, and that you can just take it off and it fits straight on and use it.
Got a message there back from Barry about the kits that he's got. You can see that, Paul.
What's he got? So I've got a Scamp Mark 1, Scamp Mark 2, Mark 2A, Mark 3, a Gecko, 3 Hustlers, 1 Harrier, 1 Space Shuttle, or William Towns, 1 Huntsman, a Yak, 2 Eswick Elvoys, an RTV, a Stimson Trek, Stimson Minibug. He actually owns the Minibug that was in the Freewheelers program.
Oh, okay.
And a Safari 6, a Jiffy Camper, and a Mark 4.
Wow.
Marcus.
That's a lot of garage space, that is, you're going to need.
Yeah, he's got a big yard.
Yeah.
The Safari 6, he actually got that. We was working on that for about 8 months. I got offered it, and I was going to buy it because I wanted to buy it just for the dashboard. I was going to take a mold of the dashboard, and I was told Barry this. I was going to sell it to Barry for what I paid for it once I got the mold. And he said, yeah, okay. Anyway, we lost track of it. And we was at the NEC, November, I think it was 2001, just after COVID. And one of the lads who was on our stand got a phone call about this Safari 6. He said, yeah, I'll have it.
Yeah.
And he was showing me the pictures of it, and I explained to him what was going to happen with it. He didn't really want it, but it was cheap enough. And it worked out. We'd done a 3-way deal over the phone at the NEC. Barry ended up with his 6. I ended up with my dashboard. And the lad ended up with something he wanted off Barry. It worked out well, man.
Yeah, brilliant. And you're coming to Kitfest as well, aren't you? Well,
we am,
Kitfest as well. Yeah,
we're coming to Kitfest, definitely.
And the plan behind that is what? To get the biggest number of mini kits assembled ever?
Fingers crossed, but you hit the nail on the head earlier on when you said about it's all going to boil down to weather, isn't it, with it?
Exactly.
I think there'll be a lot. If the weather's okay, we should have a lot there.
Yeah.
But a lot of our cars obviously haven't got roofs.
Yeah, exactly. It
doesn't bother me with mine. I'll just take mine anyway. But bit of rain doesn't hurt it. Plastic, it's not going to rot.
Yeah. Someone's just said, can you move your mic a little bit closer? Because they can't, some of the people, I can hear you perfectly, but There you go. Yeah.
7th spot, yeah.
That could be. Might be. That might be Jim, but I know he was busy.
That probably is, yeah.
He couldn't make. I know he couldn't make tonight. So yeah, really, we're really looking forward to Kitfest. We've got about, I think it's 5 manufacturers now going.
Yeah, it's going to be a good show, isn't it? It's going to be a real good show.
Yeah, I saw the announcement on the SantaPod website as well. They put an announcement on the official SantaPod website that Kitfest is on the 13th and 14th of April, and it's also on the back of Fast Show. Now Fast Show is one of the second biggest events that they have on outside of the National Hot Rod Association, mega meets or whatever you want to call them, but it's one of the second biggest meets there, because it's not just only the Fast Show, but they've got a stunt car show there as well, which is over the other side of the track. They've got drift cars there as well, and I think this year, if you want, you can pay and they'll take you out in a drift car, and just throw you around the track a little bit. So depending on how I feel and how many beers I've had the night before, I might have a go at that. But I don't want to be sick in somebody else's car. But I've never been in a drift car. And if you look at you get really quite close up to the track. If you look at how they're handling the cars, it's just absolutely mental.
Yeah. All the people I've seen as passengers in drift cars have always had little tiny mini skirts on and little crop tops. Will you be wearing one of those? Bear in mind, this is going out live, and I've got a video camera.
I'll have a think about that. I'll have a look, see what's in the back of my wardrobe. I don't know what's clean yet at the moment.
Well, if you haven't got any, you can borrow one of mine.
Yeah, I'm not wearing those stilettos again, though, Paul. Oh no, too
okay. You look so well in that titchy as well with them on.
Yeah, that's because you overtook that bus, wasn't it? That famous picture in London. Yeah. And I've changed my hair since then as well. A completely different colour now.
Yeah, I've noticed. And your voice has got a bit deeper.
It has, yeah. I think that's because I've started smoking again, though. Maybe.
Oh well. Yeah, very possibly.
Right.
I bet I'm all listening to us going, what the hell's going on here?
What? No. Well, no, I'm sure they were seeing the previous streams that we've done on Mini Marcos, that kind of thing. So, yeah, people that have watched them will understand. And if you don't understand and you haven't watched them, we'll go back and watch them.
Yeah, definitely. A good watch.
Yeah. Right, we've been going just under about 10 to, so about 50 minutes. So do you want to call that a wrap? And
yeah, can do.
Yeah.
I can have a wash now and get changed.
I was going to say, because you come straight from the garage, haven't you?
Ready for bed for work tomorrow at 6 o'clock.
Yeah. Oh, blimey. Yeah. Better let you go then. Yeah. Right.
Okie doke then.
Great speaking to you. And we'll catch up soon. Yeah.
We will do. See you later.
Be seeing you.
Bye.